Everybody, it's the Mad Master here. I'm just doing a quick video to announce that I'm going to be steering clear of some of the subjects that I've been talking about for a while, at least attempting to do more variety of content because at this point I have a lot of mental overwhelm and overload as far as that subject goes, and I need to steer clear of it because it's been hampering my ability to do a lot of stuff that I was doing before and just my consistency with a lot of that. So I'm going to probably post my podcast on here, and some of the early episodes definitely talk about that subject. Hopefully, I won't get kicked off of YouTube. I think I was censoring myself on Spotify before, though, last year, and because I noticed that they have censorship too, which is not half as bad as on YouTube nowadays, but that's neither here nor there. So I think I will post episodes of my podcast on YouTube, and I'm going to be doing more music reviews and stuff like that, and I'm trying to wean myself off of the virus related stuff because I've just hit a wall. I consider myself really at the end of the day a moderate about it. I'm not as extreme as other people as far as on whatever you want to call it, the right wing, as far as what their ideas are, but I'm definitely not on the other side of it. I hate to have it be right versus left because that paradigm is pretty played out. When you have Max Blumenthal uh, being on the essentially the other side, and he's a leftist. So I mean, you have a lot of people like that questioning a lot of this stuff. So I'm going to be doing more content. I think manifestation content as well. Neville Goddard. I'm trying to get those habits back in my life because the last probably since last spring, early summer, I haven't really been consistent with any of that stuff. I mean, all honesty, I did my, I was going to do the 25 days of my revision thing that I talked about. I never really did that. And, just, I get cut off way too fast. So I'm going to try to really be consistent with all that stuff because I think some of the stuff definitely works. I could tell you about a specific incident last year where there was I believe I manifested a person because there was I'm trying to explain this, but there was someone I was talking to that, that lived in I don't know if I want to put this in this video, but there was just the situations with meeting a person that I was going to meet this other person that was related to what I was trying to do with this other person, and that never panned out early in the year. And then later that year, all these circumstances happened, which did fit what I wanted with this other person. So I believe this shit works. I believe that it's difficult to quantify what exactly our reality is and stuff like that. I'm going to talk about this on my podcast too. And I'm just giving a little short announcement with this. I'm going to try to steer clear and give myself at least a breather to some extent. Not every day, there could be something that happens that I read about. I'm going to try not to read about this stuff as much either, though. That's the thing. Like, I think I've been so sucked into this whole thing with the crisis that we're in, I'm still fighting on my own end, to try to communicate with people to get more transparency, especially in my county where people aren't being transparent or upfront about what the metrics are or what the situation is as far as when we're going to go back to normal here, because we have not. We were for a short period in the summer. Jupiter was in Pisces. No, yeah, or whatever. But anyways, more stuff about New Age, more music stuff, more interesting philosophical observations, less of the virus stuff, in my life. I'm going to wean myself off those videos, all the political stuff for a while. I don't know how long, maybe a week, maybe 6 months. I don't know. Who knows how much it's going to last. Even if I did a week of trying to stop talking about this stuff or thinking about it, I think it would do me good, because I've come to the end of my rope with it, because, I obviously what I talked about in my last video, where I was ready to just like do some damage to the bar and stuff. I'm just like so pissed off about all this stuff. I reached the end of my rope. So I have to take a break and I have to take a breather from all this shit. So I'm going to be trying to do that on this channel included. Probably will talk about it in the future, but I mean, I don't know. It's just it's something it's a moving target. But I believe that well, you probably could see Cosmos and Cosmos and Psyche in my in the back of this book. You know, I was going to read. Oh, they see Berserker as well as Magna, Manga. Sorry, I'm just like can't talk today. Which is Beast in Black, based on a lot of their lyrics. Based a lot of their lyrics on that. Yeah, I got a lot of books, you know, but yeah, that's the way it goes. I mean, I'm just going to try to do that. You know, I'm pretty pessimistic about the future. I got to switch that around. I got to try to do all this stuff. NLP, manifestation, magic, you know, Neville Goddard. I look like I have my eyes closed, but I don't. Here's my eyes. You know, do my comedy, do my podcast, do my music, do my apps that I'm working on with my friend, all this stuff. So I'm going to try to do that stuff and not, you know, be dragged into the morass of black-pilled mediocrity about how we're going to live in a technocratic security state in the next couple years or whatever, which I believe that they're trying to do to some extent. But you know, it's you know I will fight it anyways. Either way, and I think we will win because I think we're already winning with all these things that are going on. You can agree or disagree on whether or not there should be mandates and all this stuff. Well, you can at least agree there should be a sunset clause or some type of, you know, we can't like start the slippery slope and apply it to other stuff. How about that? How about we could have a compromise? How about we have a conversation? That's all I want people to have is a conversation about this. I don't think necessarily people have to agree, but nobody wants to have a conversation. That's why I posit myself on this extreme part of it because it's like the pendulum has swung too far. I have to push it towards the middle again because the pendulum swung too far. When you have all this stuff going on, you didn't have quarantine camps and stuff. I mean, come on. And for something that has, I'm going to use a code word, Rick and Morty-ality rate of, you know, maybe 0.2 to 0.5%, right? And even in that, you know, you think about it, it's I think most people can agree it's maybe about 0.5 because of, you know, depending on the age group, of course. Like for me, I did an Oxford analysis of my, you know, my possibility of death from the virus. And it said 1 in 13,000. So even with my weight, which might push it down a little bit, I haven't weighed myself in a while. So anyways, I think I have lost weight anyways because I look at this and like a video from last year was more like down there. So I've definitely lost weight. I haven't weighed myself in a while. But anyways, that's about all.